Now we'll discuss chapter 7, weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. Weather is the temporary atmospheric conditions of a particular place or a region. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. is called the weather at that place. Weather is a very complex phenomenon because it's very variable. And that's the reason why we always measure the maximum and minimum daily temperatures on a daily basis at their respective times of the day. Normally the maximum temperatures is measured in the afternoons and the minimum temperatures are measured in the early mornings. Now what is climate? Climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years or above, is called the climate of a place. For example, the average temperatures are noted down, average rainfall is noted down, then average or mean humidity is noted down, etc. And then after taking the average weather patterns regarding all the factors, then finally that area is categorized as hot and dry areas or wet areas, etc. So in this way we have discussed weather and climate. The key difference between weather and climate is weather is a short-term atmospheric phenomenon, whereas climate is the average of all the short-term atmospheric phenomenon over a long span of time, say at least 25 years or above it. Now we'll discuss climate and adaptation. Climate has a profound or deep effect on all living organisms living in that area. So animals and plants, they are adapted accordingly to survive in the conditions of their regions in which they live. For example, polar bear, camel, penguins, etc. So now we'll take a detailed look at the polar regions and the organisms living in it with some adaptations. The polar regions have extreme climate and they are covered with snow and is very cold for most part of the year. That's why it's very hard to live in the polar regions. So we'll take an example of the polar bear. So polar bears, they have white fur for camouflaging or hiding themselves in the snowy white background. It not only protects them from their predators, it also helps them in hunting their prey very efficiently. The polar bears, they have two thick layers of fur to protect them from the extreme cold, and they also have a layer of fat under their skins. They are also very good swimmers. They swim a lot in the freezing waters in the polar regions. They also have wide and large paws, which helps them in swimming, and it also helps them to walk with ease in the snow. It can also close its nostrils and can remain underwater for long durations. It also has a very strong sense of smell to catch its prey for food. These are the few adaptations of the polar bear. Now we'll take another example of the penguin bird, or simply the penguin. It is also white in color and it merges well with the white snowy background. It also has a thick skin and a lot of fat to protect them from cold. And the penguins, they also huddle together whenever possible to keep themselves warm during the cold winters. And apart from this, they are also very good swimmers. And they have streamlined bodies and their feet have webs to help them assist further in their swimming. And apart from polar bears and penguins, there are also other animals which are found in the polar regions, like many types of fishes, musk oxen, reindeers, foxes, seals, whales, and birds. Mostly migratory birds are also found in the polar bears. One of the famous examples of the migratory birds is the Siberian crane. The Siberian crane lives in Siberia, Russia, but during extreme cold weather, it migrates to India, to parts of Rajasthan, and it stays there for a while, and then it goes back to the polar region of Siberia in Russia. These are certain very useful adaptations which have been developed by these animals living in the polar regions from thousands of years. So now we'll study about this topic, the tropical rainforests. So these tropical rainforests, they have hot climate, they get plenty of rainfall, and they support a wide variety of plants and animals like monkeys, apes, gorillas, lions, tigers, elephants, leopards, lizards, snakes, birds, and insects. they also have a lot of useful adaptations which help them to survive in these tropical rainforests. Because these tropical rainforests, they are located very close to the equator, therefore the climate in these rainforests are very hot and humid, but they get plenty of rainfall, which is very conducive or very favorable for supporting lot of life forms. So that's why you find a wide variety of plants and animals in these tropical rainforests. Now let's look at certain adaptations which have been developed by the organisms living in these tropical rainforests. Like many animals, they are adapted to living on the trees, like on the top of the trees mostly, due to the intense competition for food and shelter at the bottom of the rainforest, like on the forest floor. For example, the red-eyed frog has sticky pads on its feet to assist it in climbing trees. And then there are a lot of monkeys, apart from their limbs, they also have long tails for grasping branches. And we'll take an example of the toucan bird. The toucan bird is a very special bird. It uses its long, large beak to reach the fruits on the branches which are weak to support its weight. These are the few examples of adaptations of animals living in these tropical rainforests. Apart from this, many animals have sensitive hearing, sharp eyesight, thick skin, and a skin color which helps them to camouflage with the surroundings and protects them from the predators as well. Now, regarding Indian tropical rainforests, there are a lot of animals and plants found in the Indian tropical rainforest as well. For example, the lion-tailed macaque, it's a monkey. Like it has its limbs which are very easy to grasp the branches of trees. It jumps very efficiently and it has long tail which acts as an extra limb for extra grip and support. And it has a beard, like a very typical beard. That's why it's also known as the beard ape. And similarly, the Indian elephant. The Indian elephant is also very well adapted living in this tropical rainforest. It has large teeth and it has a big trunk. So the trunk is very useful for the elephant. It uses as an extra limb. These Indian elephants, they don't face much competition regarding food and shelter. So due to their large size, other animals, they don't mess with them. These are the useful adaptations which we have discussed in this topic regarding the Indian elephant and the lion-tailed macaque, which are a few common animals which are found in our Indian tropical rainforest. In this way we studied this chapter 7, weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. So you can also do some Google search and you can also learn some extra information regarding this topic. And if you have any doubts or suggestions, you can let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a great day.